up. Like, I wish I could do something for him. I just feel so bad about it, though. But, like, he loves me, and I'm so excited.
Yet again, once more, yet again, like I want to work on something for him. I simply regret it, however, yet. Like he cherishes me, and I'm so energized. And I look the reason why are you seeming to be that for genuine plan to be gripped by the hurricane life of rapper Blueface, where each curve understands. Straight of a Hollywood blockbuster with a rap sheet as long as his rhymes blaze focuses the spotlight solidly on him from a spell in a correctional facility for probation infringement originating from a wild club night in Los Angeles to the stunning second when Kristen Rock inked his face on her cheek. The dramatization never eases up, not trying to say you hear popping you hear. Squealing you genuine do you can, narc to the police trooper OKP accept that, and we should not fail to remember the continuous quarrel with Soulja Kid and other rap heavyweights, yet right when you figured it couldn't get any juicier enter Bonache dropping a sensation she's expecting a child and pointing fingers. At Blueface as the dad, this unfurls while Blueface is as yet spending time in jail for that infamous club occurrence, and adventures however grasping as it could be turbulent, and we can't strip our eyes from the following section in the adventure of Blueface in the midst of the racket of debate that appears to lastingly wrap rapper Blueface. The most recent section in his turbulent adventure unfurls, with a natural refrain legitimate difficulty secured in a fight against the bounds of probation bluff. Face finds himself entrapped in the grip of the law, his strutting grandiosity apparently undiminished in a correctional facility. One fan even figured out how to tape the snapshot of his capture. They got Blueface around here. Brother and Crane, they robing him as the residue chews his most recent legitimate ensnarement. It turns out to be crystal clear that Blueface's flow quandary comes from a vicious squabble that ejected at Thin's parlor in the San Fernando Valley observation film Got by Tia. Z portrays the disarray that resulted with Blueface and his AR escort releasing a blast of blows upon a hapless club bouncer. The video catches the rapper conveying a cruel step to the fallen bouncer, while his companions downpour down punches and kicks, leaving the casualty wounded, battered, and not looking so great. The beginning of this ruthless conflict lies in an apparently harmless solicitation for ID as the bouncer thought about provoking Blueface's distinguishing strength, declining to be hanged. Dared the rapper endeavored to attest his big name status by falling back on a definitive referee of truth in the computerized age, a Google search. When his endeavors to demonstrate his qualifications failed to attract anyone's attention, the circumstance swelled into an all-out skirmish, finishing in a scene of commotion at the club's entry. While subtleties encompassing Blueface's precise job in the squabble remain covered in vagueness, one thing is sure: the rapper's affinity for viewing inconvenient once shows up as paired simply by his inclination for drawing in it with a double UAP sheet as broad as his discography. Blueface's greedy craving for debate gives no indications of sidestepping, regardless of the ghost of lawful outcomes posing a potential threat not too far off. To be sure, the aftermath from this most recent engagement has demonstrated to be especially desperate for Blueface, as it fills in as the impetus for his ebb and flow imprisonment. Court records uncover that the rapper's inability with comply to the details of his probation, originating from the previously mentioned attack charge, has prompted his long-term visit in the slammer until July 2, 2024, a sobering sign of the risks that go with exciting and fun living. Yet even with affliction, Blueface remains typically unrepentant, his enthusiastic soul undead by the brutal real factors of his circumstance. Just a genuine player will go to prison, seeming as though he going to go to the Himalayas. Better believe it. Best of luck, man. The legitimate tempest mists keep on get together around rapper Blueface. It appears to be his own life is similarly as wild and emotional. While secured in a fight against probation infringement, the adventure of his heartfelt entrapments becomes the overwhelming focus, offering a brief look into a universe of unpredictable relationships, stunning disclosures, and energetic showdowns. In the twirling vortex of Blue's heartfelt ventures stands Christian Stone, a figure both enthralling and disputable. That our relationship, set apart by choppiness and vulnerability, has turned into a scene for fans and pundits. The same in spite of the highs and lows. Christian's new declaration on Instagram Live recommends a hint of something better over the horizon for compromise. I'm giving him another last opportunity. She pronounces her tone a blend of assurance and advance notice, yet hiding underneath her words is an obvious feeling of doubt, an anxiety toward treachery that hangs weighty in the air, and I previously Old A main M when you return home removing it and taking care of into his canine Batman, yet Kron's final offer is only one piece of the riddle in Blueface's twisted love life. Enter Bonnie Lee. A lady professes to convey the rapper's unborn kid, adding another layer of intricacy to a generally tangled account with a photograph of her burning child knock shared on Instagram, joined by a remix of Blueface's track Daddy Bonnie, touches off a firestorm of hypothesis and tattle, while Blueface screams. Vest in jail, the paternity of Bonnie's kid remains covered in secret, passing on fans to consider reality in the midst of an ocean of reports and guess or do I keep the child and do everything without anyone else like he should be driving me to the clinic, like in the meantime in the midst of the turmoil of his heartfelt lease in Blueface's communications with JD and Alexis offer a brief look into his battle with responsibility and loyalty, their tornado sentiment accentuated by open showcases of fondness and rich signals, appears to waver on the edge of vulnerability. You realize about that, no, I don't, for what reason do exclude me in there. You conversing with him do exclude me in that, yet in the midst of the tumult. There are snapshots of delicacy and weakness as confirmed by Blueface. Proposition to JD, an sumptuous service befitting a Hollywood sentiment, yet underneath the surface lies a stewing pressure, a feeling of anxiety that takes steps to unwind their fantasy sentiment amidst that. See Tangled Connections. Blueface's mother, Carissa Saffold Harvey, arises as a voice of reason and incredulity, voicing her dissatisfaction with regards to Christian Stone's scandalous face tattoo. Harvey goes all in her evaluation of the circumstance. Might I at any point cuss on TMZ? Sure, hellfire. No, it's a hellfire. No. It was a damnation. No, then it's a hellfire. No, now. With a blend of concern and disappointment, Harvey questions Rock's intentions and cautions of the risks of fixation and control. She's at the house. His father is there. I'm trusting that that doesn't transform into one more aggressive behavior at home, or some likeness thereof, yet in the midst of the unrest and hardship Blueface stays rebellious, his unstoppable soul, unamed by the mayhem that encompasses him in an open meeting. With Neighborhood Hood News, the rapper copies down on his paternity claims, demanding that he isn't the dad of Christian Stone Jar. Who do you believe is the genuine dad? Ooh, I believe it's her ex, in spite of the mounting proof to going against the norm. Blueface keeps up with his blamelessness, referring to DNA tests and asserting trick and duplicity. His words, a blend of boasting and urgency, offer a brief look into the internal conflict of a man trapped in the crossfire of adoration and treachery. I think the child seems as though him legit. You don't think the child ill, not at all like you at all. Your thought process as the residue chooses Blueface's most recent lawful trap, another section in the rapper. Wild adventure unfurls, projecting a focus on his public quarrels, especially his continuous altercation with, in all honesty, the disputable Soulja Kid. What started as an apparently harmless remark on a digital broadcast immediately gathered momentum into a conflict of words and dangers, traded via virtual entertainment, charming fans and pundits the same with its blend of swagger and rave. Everything began guiltlessly enough during a webcast appearance on the Open Contemplations YouTube divert back in December 2023, where Blueface certainly stated his ability as an entertainer, guaranteeing he could eclipse any challenger hit for hit, much to his dismay that his intense announcement would set off a chain response of taun and hits from, in all honesty, Soulja Kid himself. Soulja Kid burned through no time in taking to online entertainment to communicate his contempt for Blueface's cases, at first savaging the rapper and, surprisingly, venturing to take steps to pay prisoners to hurt him during his spell in a correctional facility. The strain between the two raised quickly, with Soulja Kid savagely reviling and dangers at Blueface, including an infamous Instagram live meeting where he gloated about his opportunity as a tycoon, while Blueface mopped in prison confronting probation in front of intrinsic. Hello, this ain't got nothing to do with no group this among me. And you between me, you anyway. As the quarrel arrived at its end, Soulja Kid amazed many by carving out opportunity to declare an amazing new development. He was crushing the hamburger with Blueface in a snapshot of reflections. Soulja Kid conceded that the fight had become too private, recognizing the uselessness of sustaining enmity notwithstanding potential legitimate repercussion. How about we meet right now at whatever point? You see this live DM me the ad we going to be through, however? How about we shoot it up? How about we shoot it out his choice to express a desire for peace to Blueface, proposing to place cash on his book. Is in prison denoted a critical change in the unique between the two rappers, flagging a likely detent in their continuous adventure of verbal competing and virtual entertainment encounters. Yet in the midst of the truce among Blueface and Soulja Kid, questions weighed about the enduring effect of their quarrel on both craftsman vocations and public pictures. While the goal might offer a transitory respite from the dramatization